The worst, but I tried, but I do dumb shit, right? Like, my wife's like, put the baby's diaper on. And I was like, I don't think that's gonna fit me. Like, you know, this weird shit, I didn't know. And then she was like, get the baby a bottle. Tequila wasn't what she meant. Okay, fine, fuck it, you know? She got all excited, called me a whip, like, oh my god, the baby got 2 teeth. I'm like, that's great, let me know when she gets a job. We were going through this potty training stage. And my daughter takes her diaper off and she takes a shit on the carpet. And I'm the bad guy because I rubbed her nose in it and hit her with the nose on the table. I was like, outside, on the potty. I don't know, fine, fuck it, I always had animals. I don't know how to do this. That's what we used to do with our dog. I don't know. But like, it was a pivotal moment in my life because I did realize I was growing up becoming a man because, you know, you get different priorities in life. When I had my daughter, she had a little bit of jaundice, right? I don't know if you guys know, you know, and little yellow doc said she'll be just fine. Put a little bit of light on her, she said. I used the only light I had. My 1,000-watt LED grow lamps. Now the baby did just fine. She grew like a fucking weed. It was like 76 fucking ounces in a week to go. It was phenomenal. My plant died, you know, and that's when I realized you know, priorities were switching, you know, it's like, I really wanted to be a good dad. I wanted to do good things for my kid, right? Like, I grew up in Pueblo. I grew up a white boy in Pueblo, but I had a lot of fucking Mexican homies. So, like, I had a good understanding what, like, gente and raza was, you know what I mean? And so, like, I respected and appreciated my homies for the fact that they would pass on their heritage and put that onto their kids. I thought, that's cool. I want to do that, too. White people's past is kind of fucked up, so we don't really talk about it and pass that too much. But I want to know, so I did the Ancestry.com thing, right? You know, you send them a file of your blood and they tell you what you... So I did it, and it turned out I had a warrant for my arrest. Yeah, that's totally weird. But after I got out of jail, the cop was like, well, before I got out of jail, he was like, hey, you know, ask me all these questions, you know. So he goes, do alcoholics run in your family? I said, no, they drive drunk, obviously. But then when he let me out, I said, hey, what was my, you know, race and ethnicity? He said, you're Caucasian. I said, great! But I didn't know much about that either. I didn't know anything about Caucasians. So I had to do some research. I got on Google, and I Googled Caucasian. I got a bunch of Chinese dick pictures. Dude, it was confidence. Wonders on my confidence. I was like, fuck yeah. But that's not the conversation where I have with my daughter, you know, I mean. My daughter turned 10, and I'm just waiting for her to get old enough where I can have that disappointing conversation where I gotta sit her down and explain to her that I'm her real dad. You know, like when you have kids, you get parenting advice, right? I used to get a lot of parenting advice too. That only stopped when I was like, remember how I turned out? No, I already like this one now. Let me have a crack at it. Because let me tell you, I'll tell you guys some more things. I'm gonna be turning 39 here in a week, and you know, you start thinking about things. You start thinking about your life, right? Like. You know, I remember when I turned 30, right? I remember it pretty vividly because I wrote a good joke about it. But when I turned 30, I wasn't doing so good with that. Not that I was old because I was far from it, right? But for the last 6 years, when I turned 30, I've been working as a pizza boy. And I thought, there is nothing worse than being a 30-year-old fucking pizza boy. And then they fired me. Yeah, that's worse, dude. That's worse. They're like, you suck so bad, we're not supposed to throw sauce and pepperonis on the motherfucker. But the special kid in the back with the growing problem that laughs every time you beat. Get the fuck out of our restaurant. Because like I play myself down, like I'll get myself enough credit. I wasn't just a pizza boy. I was a manager there too. Like, oh my God, no, I was a manager. But that was depressing too. Because I would look at myself, I'd look at the people that I managed, and I'd be like, how sorry is this motherfucking place? If I'm the most qualified person here? Fucked up. Like, I ain't gonna say where I used to work, but do drop in sometime. Half the people in this audience just figured out why it takes 45 minutes to get goddamn pizza. I used to be the dumb motherfucker who was like, what are you reading? That was a different one. But like, it was sad, bro, because like, you know, getting fired from there, it hurt because it was like, a family. There are so many firsts. I remember this one time, there was a fucking graduation for the kid. He was a dishwasher, graduating from high school, had his party there at the restaurant. And he understood the rule. And a lot of people don't know this, so I just make sure to let everybody know. If you ever have a party in a restaurant and there's cake involved, you make good goddamn sure the cooks in the back of the kitchen all get a piece of cake. You know what I mean? The cooks ain't working for shit. They don't get shit. They're working extra hard. And when they get that random surprise of a piece of cake, they're like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? And they're all stoners. And so it works, you know? So like this kid, he knew the rule, and he gave all of the cooks a piece of cake. And it was the first time any of the cooks that do drop in had a beret graduation cake. You never had graduation cake before. But you know, but that's what I realized. I like about like how you look at things sometimes. Like I worked there for 6 years, they fired me. You know, I was like, fuck that! All my life I was lied to anyway, you know what I mean? Like I remember growing up as a little boy watching all these pornos with a pizza boy always kiss the pussy, right? I became a pizza boy, there was none of that involved. Then they fought my unemployment, they couldn't be sweet as their pizza now once, you know? Alright, but you know, but after I did that, like I would tell you, I kind of went through this thing. I was 30 years old, I just lost this job, and I'd been working for the last 6 years. So I did something that I did when I was 21 years old. And it's my press, it's my shock, this might make y'all think I'm down bullshit. But I went to go work in Alaska on the fishing boat. Okay, I've done this once before at 21, I'm gonna say, can I do it at 30 years old? Now, I flew all the way to fucking Dutch Harbor, Alaska, and I'm out there in the Bering Sea. And I'm literally working 28 hours a day, 9 days a week. There's my sexual crowd. You can't do that, you know. Math part. But no, I did go out there and I did work a lot. And whenever I tell people like, dude, I was working in Alaska on the fishing boat, they're like always thinking the same thing. It's burning inside a company guy's head right now. They're like, oh my God, is he gonna be as deadly as gas? No. My 10 seconds of fame was that time I was on Dateline NBC to catch a predator. But don't worry, I wasn't one of the perverts. No, that's not my style. I was doing some voice work at the time. And I was like that voice. I was like, oh, you're now. Help yourself to some cookies. You guys remember that? We remember that when we were there. This guy could get out some cookies. Like being in Alaska, like being a comedian, I realized like jokes are like humor is universal. It's funny everywhere you go, but certain jokes have certain geographical locators. Like Alaska, their definition of a joke out there appeared to be Sarah Palin. But here in Pueblo, our definition of a joke, of course, is the Pueblo Police Department. Unless there's any of y'all here, in which case I didn't mean that. Now, in fact, usually the shows are like, hey, at the end of the show, if you want, come get a picture of the comic. I tend to say, don't do this, I probably have alarms, and I'm not really supposed to be in an establishment like this. I'm going to try to work on 13 tonight, guys. All right, I'm going to tell you guys a few more things. Got a few more things going on. I know the holidays are coming up. You know, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Of course, my favorite holiday of all the holidays is February. And some of y'all will that's not holiday. It's a goddamn holiday. It's Black History Month. And I partake, even though I'm white, because like I think it's a great opportunity. Because for February, you could be late for everything, right? Everything. You're late for everything. Like, say you're late for work, dude. What's your name? Dustin. You're late for work, and your boss is like, Dustin, you're fucking late for work. And if you tell your boss, like, boss is Black History Month, your boss is gonna fucking laugh. Unless, of course, your boss is black. You know what I mean? Which is like 3 of them in Pueblo. Which case, he's not even there yet. He's running late. Fucking February. February be late for everything all month long. I love it. I think that's my favorite holiday. So you gotta use that. You can even use it when it's not February, because that's late too. You know, it's November. Well, but I'm really late. Because you know, guys, we gotta laugh about race and look at what it is. Because like I'm white, but I was raised in Pueblo, so I'm half Mexican at least almost. But like you know. I'm Caucasian, my bad. I'm Caucasian. That's what it was. Well, I'm technical. But you know, like whoever white privilege and institutional racism, all that shit, that exists, but not in every angle in every situation, right? Like if you just believe that white privilege exists for everybody in every situation, you've never been white and had to buy drugs before. That shit's hard to do. It takes me 2 hours to convince a dude I'm not a cop, and then he can charge me 2 grams and charge me $20 extra. But I mean, they're privileges. Like if you guys, like, okay, we're on River Rock, but if we're on Northern right now, and you went outside the door, and somebody was trying to rob you, and you saw me and motherfucking Jamal, and we both asked for your wallet, you know what I mean? Who are you gonna give it to? Like, Jamal. I almost gave my shit to Eric because he was the closest thing I've seen to what like a black person would look like I was in my imagination. Because in the dating world, I did, like Sarah said, I recently started dating again, and I had a little thing with a black girl. I mean, I told like that's called. You can't call. I don't know what you call it because then everything else. That sounds good. So I was there with a girl that was. Okay, yeah, she goes, have you ever been with a black girl? I said, no. And she goes, how come? I said, well, I live in Pueblo. I think you're the first one I met. They're out there, but I just haven't met them that much. But hey, I'm going to give you guys some advice. Hey, guys, I'm going to give you all some advice. Especially the single guys, the guys that are prowling. Or whatever they call it these days. I was married for a long time, right? And so I got to get some inside knowledge, hear all that girls talking about that bullshit. So like now, as I get into the dating world, I'm gonna tell you, you're not single. Alright, so I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking. You single? Alright, cool. We rock together. Women get it all the time. They're sick and damn tired of it. When a guy walks up to this woman and he don't promise her the world. Like, D-Day gonna change your whole motherfucking life. You ain't gonna walk right for a week. They go home, he goes 2 pumps in it, and she's like, what the fuck? She's disappointed. Waiting for him to leave so she can finish herself up. Like, what the fuck? And then she gets on the phone, calls her friends. How was the old boy? Oh my God, he talked big game, he wasn't shit. I have a different approach. You gotta hear me out. I have a totally different approach. I'll walk up to him, I'll tell her straight up, like, look. This ain't gonna be the best time. It ain't gonna be the worst. You gotta throw that part out there. It ain't gonna be the worst. Okay, but somewhere like subpar, you know, is where I'm shooting for, right? But hear me out, guys. Then what happens is when you go in and you do okay, right? She's sitting there thinking like, fuck yeah, that was better than I thought it was gonna be. You mean homegirl back there? How was homeboy? Oh my God, girl, he was so much better than I thought. Their homegirl's so realized that she's at that bar with, oh, I'll tell you it works. You know? So try that out. Yeah, I was married for a long time. I didn't like double standards, you know, like one time she farted in the bed, she thought it was cute. I did the same thing, I went to jail for domestic violence. It was fucked up, you know what I mean? And like I started to learn certain like confidence in certain areas, right? Like there were certain things I would allow in the house that would like kind of get to me. Like for example, cucumbers. Y'all have Sarah knows good goddamn well. One time I threw away the cucumber, my wife flipped the fuck out. She said, "Who threw away the cucumber?" I said, "I did. It wasn't any good." She said, "Shit, speak for yourself." We were married for 10 years. That's when it, and you know, we was come to an end. I chopped up the cucumbers. I made it look like the low Caucasians. I seen on Google. It made me feel right. You know what, guys? I think that's not what we've got for you today. But I do want to say every time I get on here, I just try to say a little something special because I think humor is truly something unique and special. Coming out here to these comedy shows and feeling therapeutic, doing things about your boss pissing you off, or kids driving me fucking nuts, or the holidays that are coming up that are going to stress us all as well. You know what I mean? So hey, look, we got a lot of things going on in the world. We got a lot of fucking division going on in the world. We got a lot of people telling us who we should hate and who we should love and everything else. I think we all can benefit from a little bit of laughter, a little bit of love from each other. You know what I mean? Pueblo's a unique town. We can make fun of each other. We can poke fun at each other. When it comes down to it, we support each other. You know what I mean? We're a community. That's what gets us through it, guys. So laugh your ass off. If you ain't laughing, you ain't living. I'm Doug Sturger. It's an absolute pleasure to be making y'all laugh here tonight.